This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Bunnings Trade.
Rise up, you can reach your goals. Rise up, let the people know. Rise up, to each their own. Rise up, live and be bold. Rise up, you can reach your goals. Rise up, let the people know. Rise up, to each their own. Rise up, live and be bold.
Golding, from corner to corner. Find Jessup, and that's what he can do. Following up, Oriel hook party. He can finish it in style, and they do. He's got no choice. Got it! That is what Chris Golding can do.
Leapa takes a bar.
The choice is yours. Will you rather give up? It's now or never. Now or never. It's now or never. Now or never. Push it to the limit. Do not let up. It's now or never. It's now or never. If you get knocked down, then you gotta get up. The choice is yours. Will you rather give up? It's now or never. Now or never. It's now or never. Now or never.
Melbourne United has sat atop the NBL ladder for the past 6 weeks, and with the playoffs fast approaching, they're not planning for that to change anytime soon. But their opponents today, the Illawarra Hawks, need a victory to maintain their spot in the top 4. It makes for a desperate contest as we welcome you to John Cain Arena as round 17 of the Hungry Jacks NBL continues. Hello everybody, I'm John Casey. Great to have your company here on a Sunday afternoon. I've got an MVP in Corey Williams and a championship winner in Pete Hawley alongside me here. And the Hawks, they'll be desperate. They know how important this win is now, what we've just seen happen to the Phoenix.
Oh, Case, this is a huge game. I mean, obviously with the Phoenix losing to the Adelaide 36ers, the door is ajar for the Hawks. They win this one, they go 2 games clear, have a bit of a cushion, but they also just want to keep winning, playing some good basketball. Melbourne United on their home floor. They've got some exciting things happening around their roster, some guys coming back in. They want to make sure that they keep putting their best foot forward, because yes, the race for top 4 is on, but the race for top spot is well and truly on, and we've seen with Perth and Sydney as well. So I'm excited for this one, Case.
Yep, certainly the Kings made a statement last night. Melbourne, though, well, they, as I say, 6 weeks on top, 15-5. And when you consider that the last time we had a 28-game season, Melbourne finished 15-13. It was 2 seasons ago. This has been a good improvement by them. So full credit to Dean Vickerman, who's still in that Coach of the Year conversation as well. But as we mentioned, Hawks win today, 2 games clear, plus percentage with 6 to play. That's a big ask for the Phoenix and Tasmania, who are lurking around.
This is a huge opportunity for Illawarra. Let's see if they can get it done.
Good to see Caleb Agata back. The DoorDash starting 5 March Madness. Use the code word MADNESS for 20% off, and that is a mean-looking lineup.
Oh, well, it is. I mean, they're one of the best defensive teams in the league, have been all season, and Caleb Agata is a big reason why. Delhi starts at Shea Ili, comes off the bench at Jack White, and they're going to be expecting to have a good game because that man is back for Melbourne United. Udo Baba not going to be playing today, but a fan favourite. Sure, they'd love to see him back out there.
He got here fast.
Real fast.
He's keen. Great to see him back in Australia. Look forward to seeing him on the floor. Matty Garrick's going to join us courtside throughout the game, and a little earlier she caught up with the coach of Melbourne United, Dean Vickerman.
Now, Dean, first up, we can't ignore the exciting news that Bubba is back with United. He's a fan favourite. Can you tell us how exciting it is to have him back at the club?
Yeah, he's in the building, so it's got off a flight this morning and won't suit up today, but yeah, really excited to have him back. He's, you know, he won our major award at the club last year, plus Defensive Player of the Year, and was a key part of the championship. And so, yeah, great to have a quality person and a great player back.
And facing the Hawks today, last week you hit triple figures again. What's the vibe in the group at the moment?
Yeah, you know, Hawks are a great challenge. So many perimeter shooters, you know, people that can put their feet in the paint, they rebound the ball well. So, you know, we just want this kind of challenge right now, and it's going to be every possession. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
And last but not least, Chris Goulding, wow, amazing player. He's incredible, celebrating a really big milestone today, 200 games with Melbourne United. What is it about Chris that makes him an elite player?
Yeah, as a leader of the club and as our captain, you know, you want those kind of guys to set a standard, and right now he's got the most games played for this club, and he holds everybody to account at a high level, and hopefully we can free him up to get open for some good looks today.
Thanks, Dean. Good luck for the game.
Cheers.
Certainly going to be someone to look forward to today, and so is this man, Joe Luala-Chul, against Duop Reith. Is an outstanding matchup. Luala-Chul, 11 points, 11 boards, 4 blocks when these teams last played.
Oh, this is a matchup worth the price of admission. And Duop Reith is in some really good form at the moment, just coming off 2 double-doubles, and he has to have a big one today. This matchup will be a very exciting one.
And the Hawks, I think, have realised, that Duop Reith's realised, if the Hawks want to be successful this season, he's going to be one of the main reasons why. He's an excellent fit for them, great pickup, and he's going to have a big game.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the DoorDash starting 5 for the Illawarra Hawks. Reliable and regular outfit with Harvey and Jessup in the backcourt. Cleveland Froling and Duop Reith starting centre.
As I said, Duop Reith, one of the most important players. Antonius Cleveland, and no Brian Gorgon on the sideline tonight.
Where's Gorge?
He's got COVID, so hopefully he's recovering well. And I actually haven't heard of a goat getting COVID. That's the first we've heard of it in the last 2 years. But hopefully he's okay.
Underway at John Cain Arena, the Hawks to the left of your screen have controlled the tip. Shout out to Brian Gorgian enjoying the game. Hope you get better soon, coach. And Jacob Jackamas, the 4th assistant to step into the head coach's role because of COVID protocols this NBL season. Here's Sam Froling from close range. You're disappointed he didn't open the scoring. Jack White brings Melbourne back down the floor.
Chris Golding has not scored a point in the last 4 games in the first quarter, and it takes him all of 30 seconds to get that change. So as I said, the last 4 games hasn't scored in the first quarter, so first shot, nothing but net.
What a superstar he's been. Celebrating game 200 for Melbourne United, as Matty Garrick explained. This is Jessup. Sam Froling back to Harvey, who needs to find form here today, and that wasn't the opening shot that he was after. Reith. Jessup works inside Dellavedova. It opens up here for Cleveland, who can't connect. Luala-Chul with the rebound. Gets it back from Dellavedova against Reith. Goes at him straight down. All the way. Tough shot, but it's all the bottom of the net.
That was a tough mate. JLA showing his skill set.
Jessup. Reith. Now again, it's Cleveland who elevates and comes up with the Hawks' first points.
That's a better look for Antonius Cleveland. Can knock down the 3 ball with a lot of space and time, but getting into the heart of the defense using his athleticism. And I like the matchup. He's the best defender on the perimeter, but he's going to go to Delhi to try and keep the ball out of his hands and not let them set up. It's Calavagata. That's too easy down the other end. You'd think maybe Cleveland would go to Chris Golding, but no, he's going to try and make life tough for Delhi, bringing the ball up the floor.
Jessup not beyond Golding. Nice step too, and comes up with a finish. Melbourne 3 of 3 from the field so far in the game. And first foul is going to be called on Antonius Cleveland.
There's that bucket, Corey.
Skill set, a la Daniel Johnson. That's the shots.
You're spot on. It's exactly who's made a living out of that, Daniel Johnson. One-legged fadeaway. Taylor's got that in his game, and I'll tell you who's picked it up. Hook Porty. He's been doing the same thing.
Ooh. They move the ball. White gets beyond Froling from close range, gets it done, draws a foul.
And that is a tough matchup for Froling. Jack White, full head of steam. Nice skip pass cross court from Delhi. Good take. He goes to the line for 3 the hard way.
That's Froling just maybe has to take a little step back on the closeout. Carry a hand. If Jack White knocks down a 3, maybe then you want to take a step forward. But, you know, at least to start with, unless he knocks down a couple, you want to play him for the drive.
Oh, man.
That's what Antonius Cleveland does well.
Ooh.
That's going to count.
Count it.
There's 2 dribbles.
One man fast break. He's ready to go. And he has to, because he sets the tone on defense for his team.
100%.
Coming off a really good performance last game. 22-7.
Dellavedova will bring United forward. 2.5 minutes played in the opening quarter. 4 of 4 from the field to start the game. Only blemish from the stripe. Jack White gets it now. Shot clock to 8. Dellavedova. By Cleveland, shares it with Golding, working on Jessup. Shot clock to 3 as they get it inboard now. Luala-Chul off one leg.
Whoa.
Knocks down another.
Doesn't even want to hit the rim today. Joe Luala-Chul.
Beautiful hits early.
Jessup retreats to Reith. Turn Cleveland. And Dellavedova finds the elbow again, this time unsuccessfully. Reith grabs the rebound.
Uh-oh, showtime. He's feeling it.
Hasn't hit the rim yet. It's too easy. Ooh. Anyways.
Muscles his way in close.
Good defense.
Reith did a good job twice on him.
Really good from Reith. Not just the first time, but the second one as well.
Now maybe some offense from the Olympic bronze medalist as well, muscling his way down low against White. He did an excellent job.
Jack White is a phenomenal one-on-one defender as well.
Here's Golding inside Jessup, exploring. Agata gives it back to Golding. Open look. Can't connect. Jessup grabs the rebound. 5 boards apiece. It's Harvey. Sharing it with Cleveland, being the focal point of their offense so far. Making half their shots.
Here's JLA, and you wonder if a guy like JLA, we know he has his aspirations to go to the next level. Same with Reith. Mike Schmidt's in the building, caught the red eye back from Perth. Probably to watch Ariel Hook-Porty, but JLA, NBA radar. Jack White, another one. Reith, another one. Delhi wants to get back there. Plenty of guys that want to make that jump. And you just know that there's going to be a couple of eyes on this game.
67% free throw shooter this season, Antonius Cleveland. 48 of 72. He gets to the stripe more than any other player for the Hawks. But Berger's in the offing here. Nice Sunday afternoon treat for Victoria. 3 hungry Jacks. The code word is ice, thanks to Antonius Cleveland.
Don't mind if I do, Case.
A chance now for the Hawks to edge a little closer. Melbourne scored the first 4 points of the game and have led exclusively. A chance, Sam Fry, reaching in from behind, ball deflected. Good defense there from Agata. Golding, scoop pass, Jack White, and an offensive foul.
14, black, offensive.
Foul on Jack White, and
Easy call. Right. Tyler Harvey beat him to the spot. Takes the hit.
Maybe not through the chest, but he was there for a long time. Quick substitutions here from Dean Vickham and Mason Peatling into the game, and Shea Illy.
And likewise for the Hawks from Jacob Jackamas, the stand-in head coach, as Xavier Rattan-Mays comes in and Conrad joins him. Sam Froling sits down with Cleveland, so Reith, nice footwork, found a way down low and puts a lid on too.
Beautiful. I told you this matchup right here is worth the price of admission. Great take and finish.
Middle stages of the first. Nice one brewing here on a Sunday afternoon. They left Shea Illy alone. Couldn't make them pay though. Reith the rebound. Rattan-Mays. Conrad working hard. Jessup joining in. Reaching in from behind. Dellavedova knocks it down out of court. Off the Hawks.
Here's this take from Reith, and we call that a whisper. Just ever so quietly, and put a lid on it. I like to see these two going at it.
Both guys showing their skill early.
Peatling back to Shea Illy. Shot clock works to 10. Penetration now opened up to Shea Illy as well. They worried him out of the points. Conrad, Rattan-Mays, numbers up the floor quickly as well. Here's Conrad firing, and he knocks down the three. The first triple of the game, and the Hawks are on top for the first time.
That was a tough make because that was highly contested.
That's what Tim Conrad does when he comes into the game. You don't carry a hand and long closeout. Delhi answers one back.
Well, he hit 7 against them last time they played back in round 7.
Sure did.
I don't think he's on that circle, just something about it. It's the next time we play the Hawks.
Reith once more, this time electing to fire the 3 ball. Man. He has got it all.
Man. Just his skill set, good footwork. Nice hit.
High quality affair. Both teams above 50% from the field. Here's Harvey looking for some action as well. He opens his scoring account. Hawks by 3.
That's the best way to score against Melbourne United in transition, because they are one of the best defensive teams in the league before they can even get set up. They've got Delhi and Shaylee out there, and Caleb Agata. So don't let them get set up. Exploit them in transition. That's what they've done so far in this.
Here's Agata firing baseline. Overcooked. But Peatling did a good job to keep it alive against Conrad. Now Illy will go to work. The shot clock expiring in the background.
And again, out in transition. You'll take that.
Nice hit again from Tyler Harvey. They lead by 6.
No doubt that's on the whiteboard in the scout, talking about how do we come into this game against Melbourne United. We know how solid they are in the half court defensively. So even that, okay, it might be contested, but the defense isn't set up. So Tyler Harvey has that free range just to let it fly.
There's a chance now for Dellavedova. He's off the mark. Rattan Mays actually reels it in. On top by 6, the Hawks, after being down 4 early stages. And Harvey.
He gets fouled. I love his early aggressive play. Do up with the nice step back. Ready to play. Tyler Harvey in transition. Has that green light. He's up to 5 in this one. Hook Porty has entered the game. Talented next star has been putting on a show. He's gotten better every game. And that man, make him put it on the floor.
Make him do anything other than that. Tim Conrad is lights out once he's knocked down 1. Next one's going up. He's got that high arc. He has made a living off just that. Where is that man, Hook Porty? And Mike Schmitz, how many coffees would he be on? He'd be enjoying the coffee. Down here, there it is.
There it is.
There it is.
He's had a whirlwind, hasn't he? Cairns, Perth, back to Melbourne. And there's plenty to look and see and enjoy, though, in the Hungry Jacks NBL at the moment.
We talk about getting to double drags. You haven't got to 1 right now. Not 1 double drag. It's got clogged up on one side. We haven't let the thing keep moving. All right? You get a mismatch, yes, we'll go and attack it. But then keep moving. Yes, the double's coming. Hard cut, spacing. Have you got it? Put your feet in the paint. Score. You don't need to get fouled. Go ahead and score when you get in the lane. Next one. We're going shakes up with Chris. All right. As you come over. Hey, you got that one to the block right now. Barlow's got the down screen for Chris. We're either into the block, we're here, and we're sprinting into on ball. Shakes up.
Dave Barlow into the game. He's missed a little bit with that injury, so he's back, and they're running this shakes up action, which will be a little bit of a double screen up the top. But the idea is to get the screen up, so Porty's going to either be on the block. There's Tone tonight, number 1 ticket holder. So either on the block for Hook Porty or the down screen for Chris Golden to come up and look at a 3.
Shaylee will bring Melbourne forward. They were 4 of 4 to start the game. They're 2 of 10 since then, Melbourne. Just dried up for them. Hook Porty, something generally happens when he's in the vicinity. A little too much on that left-handed shot. Harry Frolling hustling up against him. Here's Rattan Mays. Now, he found an opening. He saw Melbourne were back in position, took them on, can't convert. Swift ball movement to Newley in the corner. Now they want Porty. Nothing on offer down low initially. Newley, veteran savvy, saw there was an opening, got closer, helps himself to 2.
Good take from Brad Newley, not settling for 3, coming off a really good game.
Golding, the only starter on the floor at the moment for Melbourne. This is Harry Frolling, drawing contact from Ariel Porty and off to the free throw line.
Take there from Harry Frolling.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Pete, Brad Newley's coming off a good one. 15 points, 4 rebounds in his last game.
13 of those in the first half. Oh, Brad Newley evolved. Frolling leaves on at the free throw line. 0 of 3 to start for the Hawks.
Interesting, both teams. Well, Melbourne have used 10 players already. The Hawks have used 9. We have seen Brian Gorgian in recent weeks just tightening up that rotation. Jacob Jackamus has got 9 in the first quarter here. And here's Golding. Up to the races, and chance from the stripe for him.
Good take from Chris Golding. Again, you're going to over-close out. You want him to put the ball on the floor. So he did the right thing and attack the defense and go to the free throw line.
Same block foul. Same block foul. Here we go. 2.
Harry Froling asking the question of what did he do wrong? Well, you got the same call down the other end.
And what a champion of the game he's been here in Australia, Chris Golding. 15 years, 200th game for Melbourne United, 372 overall, grand final MVP in 2018, All-NBL team twice, 2-time Olympian, and an Olympic bronze medal to his name as well.
Hell of a career.
923s, 38% in that career.
Wow, what a clip. Consistent clip.
Let's go courtside, and we'll find Maddie Garrick there.
Yeah, guys, I just caught the last bit of the Illawarra timeout. Coach is really happy with the aggression off the back of Cleveland attacking the basket, which obviously allowed those shots to open up for Conrad to be able to pull that margin back. So just instilled in the plays to keep attacking. We saw Froling go at the ring there and get to the line for some cheapies.
That's going to be the style of play, the way they want to attack Melbourne United. Out in transition, which is Cleveland's game, but they keep putting heat on the rim. It's going to open up some shots. So this is a good take here from Rattan May. So now, Melbourne United, if they start to collapse a little bit, Tim Conrad, Isaac White into the game, and then Jessup and Harvey, they're going to get some open shots.
Real tough taking. Make.
He's an exciting player. Here's Illy looking to answer at the other end, and he gets it done and draws a foul.
That's what's going to hurt. Again, that's Cleveland's second foul, and he didn't need to be involved in the play. He just had to try and do something because Shea Illy got a straight line drive. Isaac White just too overzealous, overplayed him, and Cleveland tried to just put out the fire, but it was too late, and that hurts. Tony Cleveland's really important to this team.
It sure does, because he spearheads their defense.
And their transition offense.
Yep. 4 points, 5 boards already in the game for Cleveland. He sits down with his second foul. Sucks a little of the wind out of the sails of the Hawks here at the moment. Shea Illy makes the extra. The margin cut to 6. Conrad, White gets busy. Telegraph the wraparound pass to Harry Froling. It's knocked down out of court. They'll reset with 17 on the shot clock. 9 seconds, the differential between the shot and game clock. And Rattan Mays will restart for the Hawks. Justinian Jessup caught it in rhythm, can't connect. McCourty to Illy. Slowed down for the last play here of the opening quarter. When these teams played back in round 7, it was Melbourne 22-20 at quarter time. Led at every change before winning by 4 points. 88-84. This is Newley. Working back to the favoured right hand. Slapped off there by Harry Froling.
He's going to travel. I think he might have travelled before the siren. Well, there's probably going to be some extra time put back on the clock here. I don't think we're done just yet. That's been a good start to the Hawks. That was good defense. Good awareness from Harry Froling to tip it off the hoop, but then just travelled. So they're going to have a look to see how much time is left.
Well, certainly before the buzzer.
It definitely was before the buzzer.
He stumbled a little, lost his balance, and didn't travel.
And I think he probably thought, okay, it's quarter time anyway. So there's 0.4 on the clock. Enough time to catch and shoot. It's going to have to be a quick one. Another look at it. Good defense in the end from Jessup. Got it there, and then right, travel.
Just overbalancing, so a chance here for Melbourne to grab a little momentum. On the quarter-time buzzer. Jacob Jackamus is going to make some changes, though. He's going to bring Duop Reith back into the game, and Harry Froling will sit down.
Ryan Porty at the hoop.
Barlow got it off quickly and wasn't that far away. An entertaining first quarter concludes with the Illawarra Hawks up by 6, needing to win to get some separation in the top 4 against the league leaders. It's Illawarra 25, Melbourne 19. Stay with us here on the Hungry Jacks NBL. Welcome back to John Cain Arena. It is the Hawks on top by 6 here, 25-19. They had a margin of as many as 9 at one stage. Melbourne scored the first 4 points of the game. It's been entertaining so far, and a long way to go in this one. Now, FamCam, the winning family for today, the $50 Kmart gift card is Renee Felmingham. Her nephews have got right into the basketball this season, and she tells them all about the mighty Melbourne Tigers. Yeah, what a crew. Great memories there as we get underway term number 2. Melbourne United with the possession arrow. And Golding straight away, he started scoring but can't connect on this occasion. Just 1 of 5 from long range in the opening quarter as well, Melbourne. With some work to do at the offensive end. Golding goes at them again and gets the job done.
Sam Froling trying to come up to the level of the screen, because you've got to be wary of if the defense gets clipped. Can't let Chris Golding step into a 3. So he does the right thing. Just put the move on him and got downhill.
Reith hands over. This is Jessup. One way, back the other against Golding. Nothing on offer. Cleveland, who was busy in the opening quarter. 4 points, 5 rebounds, but a couple of fouls as well. Sam Froling can't control it. Spills to Golding. Quick outlet pass. Quickly up the floor. Newley's having a day out.
That's what Brad Newley does. Corner 3s and transition buckets.
Back to a 2-point ball game. Good start to the second here from the top team. Jessup knocks down the 3. They've been good from deep. That's 5 of 7 so far in the game for the Hawks.
Yeah, they're coming out aggressive and making them. It's a tough take and make.
Golding, pass deflected by Jessup. Spills to Sam Froling. Thought about letting it fly there. Jessup instead goes to Harvey. He's off the mark. Hook Porty. Had it initially. A good hustle there from Duop Reith to win it back for the Hawks.
I don't think he got it in the end.
Didn't get it in the end.
Yes, Judo Baba.
He got here fast.
Real fast. Key part of their championship run last season. Already one of the best defensive teams in the league, and you add Baba back to that and can have that offensive spark as well. He'll be looking forward to getting out there.
Out of the G League, where he's playing with the Texas Legends, averaging 13 and 5 on a 50-40-90 clip. That's a great addition for the last quarter of the season. He'll bring a lot to the table for them. We're adding this to the top team, who are 15 and 5, Melbourne. Let's go courtside, Matty Garrick.
Yeah, just caught on to the timeout or quarter-time break with Dean Vickerman, Melbourne United. He was talking about how the importance of the 3-ball, and we saw that Illawarra just drained one down there, and the talk defensively needs to come up and to make sure that Froling and Duop is putting the ball to the floor and pressuring them for a tough shot. Offensively, they wanted to go into a double drag series. Saw Goulding hit that shot, and they're going to be looking at trying to get that mismatch offensively.
Yeah. Great hands by Antonius Cleveland. You know, in the open court, it's showtime. And he has it, but what a tough make. There's been some tough shot making in this first half. Highly contested, and guys are hitting them. That just shows the level of play that's out here this afternoon.
He's a victim of his own success at times, Chris Golding, isn't he? Because he makes those shots even though he appeared to be fouled, and he has to remind the referee, so there was contact there, give me another one. Well, you still knocked it down. Yeah, well, you can't. Anyway, he's just phenomenal. And speaking of great, the way the Illawarra Hawks have been able to recruit Jacob Giacomas, the assistant coach, taking over from Brian Goorjian out with COVID protocols for this one. But last year we saw Justin Simon here, Defensive Player of the Year. Antonius Cleveland, bring him in. Dori Kadahi and the entire crew there in Illawarra just doing a fantastic job with this franchise.
Indeed they are.
Here's a Garter. Well, they left him open. Can't make them pay though. Reith with the rebound. And a chance now for the Hawks to come forward. Reith gets it back. He started at the defensive end, and he's going to try his luck from the free throw line here.
He's shown frustration. He felt he should have made that bucket. Good take nonetheless.
Second personal on Jack White. Hook Porty already with 2. Cleveland in that category for the Hawks. 35% free throw shooter this season. Duop Reith, 33 of 39. As we've mentioned, just really finding his best form at the right time of the season. 19 and 12 he's averaged over his last 2 games at 59%.
Started the season on fire, putting up some big numbers, and that's when we're all thinking, okay, the Hawks, they're going to be a problem. When he can't hit that lull, the whole team did. Yes, they've got a lot of talent, but he needs to be one of their main guys, if not their main guy. And there he is, getting the steal from Joe Luala-Chul.
Cleveland, open floor ahead of him. Well done to corral him there by Agata. And Reith now, plenty of contact between Golding and Jessup. And he's picked up a foul out of all this, Chris Golding, his first personal.
Illawarra doing a really good job on defense. When JLA gets the ball, they are sending the hard double. Not giving him an opportunity to go one-on-one.
He's probably not happy about it.
3 fouls on Melbourne in just over 3 minutes in the second period. Hawks yet to commit since quarter time. Throwing pass just to open the door slightly for Illy. Latam Mays fires with the shot clock winding down to 1. Couldn't get it to go. And a chance now for Melbourne to get something happening in transition. Illy. The trailer was Joe Luala-Chul, and he adds another 2.
Way to run the floor, big fella. That's how you reward him. Because Shea Illy had nothing going on. Good defense by Latam Mays, keeping him in front. And Duop Reith loses sight of his man.
Turned his body, was looking at Shea Illy, thinking he was going to try and shoot it. LA did the right thing. Cut right behind the man with the ball. Easy layup.
Back to where we started this quarter, with Hawks on top by 6. It's 9 apiece here in the second. Conrad, short on the rim this time. Grabs the rebound and outrunning is Agata. Remembering he had 15 rebounds to go with 13 points when these teams played back in round 7. Here's Golding. Firing unsuccessfully. Illy did well there. Coming in over the top. Just copping a slap in the face from Tim Conrad.
Sure was.
Timeout called by the Illawarra Hawks. 5:49 left until half-time. Jacob Jackamas wants to talk it over. Remembering that Jamie Perlman had to step in for CJ Bruton earlier this season. Modi Moore also stepped in for Dan Chimere at New Zealand, and Judd Flavel filled in for Simon Mitchell at one stage as well.
We can't do that. This is where you got to look at yourself down that end of the floor. Second chance points, not rotating out of doubles, not getting back on D. All right? We got to get this shit done right now. Offensively now, on the run. We go open, so an open pick and roll on the sides with you. If not, we're in loops. So we got loops to there. We're tucking AC. We're coming with him on the pick. So hey, Joe on the pick. Hey, Sean's got it.
We match up so good with them defenses. They cannot outscore us. We got to make sure we get the rebound.
Let's go.
Love that from Antonius Cleveland. I wanted to ask both you guys as former players, an assistant coach stepping into the head coach role, did it ever happen to you, or does it make any does it have an impact on you as a player?
It might have an impact in terms of individuals, because a lot of the time when you get broken down during the week, you might have certain workouts or you watch film with the same coach throughout the whole year. And if that's the coach that gets the chance to be elevated to head coach, you might have that connection a bit more to feel more comfortable out there under, I guess, his guidance for the game. But I love what he just called there. He called the timeout and said, these are things we can control. Not letting them get offensive rebounds and our rotations. Those are completely within our efforts and just decision-making. Antonius Cleveland chipped in saying, when we're solid, we're just going to secure the ball. When they can't score, he does best as well.
Just saw Melbourne turn it over, Corey. That's 7 turnovers already in the game. They're going to have to tidy that up.
They have to. Good block right there by Jack White, but just really good defense, to be honest with you, by Illawarra.
They've had 4 turnovers in 4 minutes here in the second. This time it's Sam Froling losing control of it out of court. That's one thing the Hawks have been great at this season and prior to that as well, but they average only 10 turnovers a game, the Hawks, which is the best in the NBL.
Take care of that pill if you want to win games. Give yourself the best opportunity to, at least.
So a lull in scoring here. Neither team has scored for almost 2 minutes. Golding, they're on the deck quickly. Got it off against Ratam Mays as well. User-friendly roll for Chris Golding.
Double figures now, Chris Golding. He's been aggressive in this first half.
Averages 15 a game, so to have 10 now is good. A poor pass, almost picked off. They caught a break there. The Hawks from close range, Cleveland talked out of it.
Two athletes.
Great run protection by Jack White.
Golding, the three. Off the mark, gets after his own rebound. What a save!
What a save!
Appears to be okay as well. Risking life and limb to get after a loose ball, and they're going to come up with a bucket. Good hustle.
Chris Golding keeping that ball alive, giving his team another chance at a score, and they get it.
Haven't scored for 2.5 minutes here, the Hawks. They've gone quiet. That looked like a travelling violation. They turn it over.
Well, again, when Melbourne United's set in the half court, the defense is good. So let's have a look at this from Chris Golding. Another offensive rebound.
Wow. Between the legs.
Okay, now, huge save, but that is some mayonnaise. That didn't have to go through the leg. That could have just gone straight back. That's a really good save, though.
Game 200 Hools.
Oh, why not? If you know you're going to save it anyway.
A little bit of Nick Kyrgios about that. Is JLA going to work once more? Shutdown. Dellavedova being patient and being selective, and he puts Melbourne back on top. They scored the last 9.
Real good hit by Delhi. Their energy has lifted on the defensive end.
Scoring drought continues here for the Illawarra Hawks. Need to find a bucket, and Jessup provides one, much needed. Puts the Hawks back on top. He has 7. Only Cleveland with 8 has more for the Hawks. Lala Chul against Reed, high up the window. The radar a little off there. Garner kept it alive, and now he's off to the free throw line.
Another offensive rebound. Killing the Hawks right now. The initial defense is very good. Forcing some tough shots. Just can't come up with that defensive rebound. So here it is, trying to Lala Chul.
Joe, let's go.
Way off on that one, but Caleb Garner comes flying in.
Thanks. Let's go.
And it's going to go to the line.
Caleb has 4 rebounds so far in this one. As you mentioned, played against this team before and had 15 rebounds. And successful with his first free throw attempt.
Unusual too, 82% this season, Agata. 36 of 44 from the stripe. And he misses both. Loose ball scramble though, getting after it. This is be driving Brian Goorjian insane at home, watching this team getting out hustled.
Yeah, he sure would, because that doesn't take skill. That's just effort. Great effort and energy by Jack White.
I don't think Brian would be enjoying this at all. He's such...
Oh, he'd be going crazy, no?
It's tough. I'm sure all the head coaches who've gone through this have found it tough, but Brian in particular, will he be rubbing the head at home? Is he still doing that? Is he pacing?
He's pacing.
He's pacing in the lounge.
Pacing around the living room.
Gee, we'd love to get a camera into the house and see what's going on. Oh, that's a good hit. Big take. Nice work from Conrad. Has he been a saviour for them? 3 triples from 5 attempts, 9 points to steady the ship.
And see Shaili just biting on that one. Can't afford to do that when you've got Tim Conrad, because he doesn't need much space or time. And he's already knocked down 2, so he's feeling good about himself.
And after Melbourne hit the lead, the Hawks have come back with the last 5 points to edge ahead once more.
Make your free throws. Take care of D-Trans. Yeah, we fell over, but then the communication of, I've got this, you run on to the next one, didn't happen. And we give up a 3 because of it. These are the things that we've got to be great at right now. The next one, going with Horns double, and we're going to turn it into the triple. All right, we're going to turn it into the triple. So, Shilly, you're cutting off this one, going around it, making that hit. We get the second one right behind him. We get the third one right behind him right there. All right, so you're here, right in the slot, and you move from there. Come on, defense!
Keep an eye on this. Might be some sort of triple screen for Chris Golding to run off. But they're right. Giving up a guy who, Tim Conrad, when he feels good about himself, doesn't need a whole lot of time to let that thing fly and knock it down. And it's hard to block because of how high he shoots it. They're hungry, the Hawks. They 100% know that the Phoenix just lost in Adelaide. They get a really good chance if they win this one. Trying to hold on to fourth spot.
Dellavedova brings United up the floor, down 4 inside 3 minutes to half-time. Gets it back from Golding. 3, had a good look, but jumped out. Now Conrad with numbers in support as well. Harvey works inside Illy, fires over the top and gets it done.
Aggressive take, and as you said, in that half court, it's very difficult to score against Melbourne United. So in transition, when you have opportunity, you got to take it and make it.
Seesawing affair where Melbourne scored 9 in a row, and the Hawks have answered with a 7-0 run.
Another turnover. Miscommunication right there. Just pass a little bit off over to Illawarra to extend this lead.
Let's go courtside to Matty Garrick.
Well, as expected, jumping into that Illawarra timeout, they want the ball going back to Timmy Conrad's hand. He is hot. They want the ball back in there to shoot another couple of threes, and then they want them to crash the glass afterwards, and defensively just to stay down and keep pressuring United to make tougher shots at the basket.
Reith off the mark. He's already hit a 3 in the game, though. Luala Chul almost reeled that in, just couldn't control it. Jessup, nice skills behind the back. Open 3, deserved better. Reith, the offensive rebound. He's fouled, going to the free throw line.
Melbourne United 9 turnovers in the first half, which is allowing the Hawks to get out in transition and get those easy points.
Beautiful behind the back.
Got to knock that down, though.
Yeah.
Want to make the highlight reel. Do the hard work. But you can see the intent. Even off a miss, a long rebound, they're pushing. Pushing, pushing, pushing.
After being 1 of 4 from the free throw line in the opening quarter, the Hawks have hit their last 5. Or their last 4 in a row. Here, just preempting what was about to happen. It is 5 in a row.
Good minutes by Jessup. Isaac White enters the game.
So they went 3 minutes struggling to score, Illawarra. And they've now scored the last 9 points here in the space of 90 seconds. Good defense.
Great rim protection.
Reid did well. Loose ball scramble here.
Yes,
Cleveland got after it.
Isaac White hustling. They out here scrambling.
Luala Chul can't finish it. Peatland got a piece of it. He draws a foul.
Well, it's just a jumping contest. At some point, you just have to put your body in. Get Mason Peatling out there if you're the Hawks. Okay, the ball's on the rim. Not just going to have 3 guys standing around trying to get their hand on it. Again, force Luala Chul into a tough one. But right here, look at all the hands. Who's going to be the one to get down low and push Peatling out of the keyway so it just falls in the lap of somebody else? 11 offensive rebounds in this first half for Melbourne United.
Wow.
They're down 8. They'd be down a lot more if they secured. Limited them to 1 shot.
4 in that category. Dellavedova dumps it down for Luala Chul, who wasn't ready for it. So 10
Another
turnovers.
careless turnover.
They average 13 a game. They've got 10 here and some ugly ones at that. And Harvey makes them pay at the other end. It's a double-figure lead for the first time in the game.
Tyler Harvey up to 9 points. Made another tough floater. Get that out of here.
That's the one-on-one defense from Antonius Cleveland. Melbourne United's offense looks disjointed. They're trying to make something happen, and Cleveland's not the one guy to go at. He is a very good defender.
Scored the last 11 points here, the Hawks. Double-figure lead. They led by as many as 9 in the first quarter as well. Remembering that Melbourne took over here and led 35-34. Things continue to happen, and good things at that for the Hawks.
Harvey, that floater.
And again, Shea Illy catching him so deep because you know he'll just tee off from there. So what Shea Illy's saying is, okay, I'm going to put the ball on the floor, hoping and trusting that someone's going to come across and help. The only issue is Tyler Harvey loves getting to that floater.
He ain't going all the way to the basket.
No. Has he ever?
No.
Don't need to.
This has been impressive from the Hawks. They've won 7 of their last 9 games, running into some good form. Mind you, Melbourne have won 7 of their last 8 games. So 2 of the quality teams in the Hungry Jacks NBL. The margin is 11. Dellavedova guarded by White. His chances here, reaching in, or the wraparound pass was never on. Dellavedova turns it over.
11 turnovers now.
A 12-0 run with a play to come to close out.
That was a good one. There's been a couple of unforced ones, but a lot of them have been the defensive pressure.
Harvey against Illawarra. Chul eventually found a way past. Scoop shot wouldn't work. It's the last play of the first half. Illy spins on Conrad. They need to get it off quickly. Peatling just mishandled the pass from close range, had it spent before he controlled it, and they come up empty. So the Illawarra Hawks with a 12-0 run to close out the first half, lead it here by 11. It's 46-35, and Melbourne have got problems.
Well, they have, and if they looked after the ball, if they got the offensive rebounds down, the Hawks, they might be up a little bit more. They're forcing some turnovers, they're getting out in transition, and good things are happening. You held Melbourne United 35 points, you put up 46. You'd be impressed with what you can happen.
16 points in that quarter from Melbourne United. 21 from Illawarra. Let's go courtside for some reaction with Matty Gary.
Chris, great first half by you. Obviously something that you probably struggled with in the last couple of games, getting on that scoreboard early. You opened the game. What was your focus coming into this game?
Well, our focus has been stop their defensive transition and try and limit their easy buckets, but you know, they're kicking our ass in that department. They're out rebounding us. We're turning the ball over. So it doesn't really matter what I do right now. You know, as a group, we're getting shown how to play.
Is that something you'll talk about at halftime? Do you think you need to change your game plan?
Oh, we need to be smarter with the ball, absolutely, and we got to compete. You know, we base our game on being a good defensive team that competes and gets all the loose stuff. But as I said, they're beating us right now at our own game.
Awesome. Great first half. Good luck for the second.
Thanks.
Chris Golding there with Matty Garrick. The Hawks on top by 11. They've got 46 points at half-time and not a single player in double figures. And Golding trying to hold together with 10 for Melbourne United, but they need to tidy up the turnover count. Half-time, 46-35. Stay with us here on the Hungry Jacks NBL. Welcome back. Round 17 of the Hungry Jacks NBL. Top of the table, Melbourne United hosting the Illawarra Hawks, who hold 4th spot at the moment. And the Hawks played the running here earlier. They led by as many as 9 in the opening quarter before settling for a 6-point buffer at the break. And right now at halftime, 11 is the margin, 46-35. In the other 4 games this season where Melbourne have been down 8 or more at half-time, they've failed to find a way to win. So not good signs for them at the moment, particularly when you look at the way they're turning the ball over.
I mean, it's been a really good first half from the Illawarra Hawks, and as we mentioned, yes, they're taking advantage of the turnovers and they can get out and run easy points in transition. That's the best time to attack them when their defence isn't set, because that's when it's really hard to score against them. They've given up 11 offensive rebounds, which is too many, so they'll be talking about that overall from the Hawks. But I love listening to their timeouts, what they're trying to achieve, and when it comes down to it, both teams are really playing for a huge thing right now. Melbourne United want to create a little bit of a gap at the top to finish with a top 2 spot, ideally finish top. We know Sydney Kings are rolling right now, and the Hawks have a chance to really create that buffer between them, the Phoenix and the Jack Jumpers, and they are our halftime leading scorers. 4 guys on 9 points for the Illawarra Hawks. They're sharing the load. 6 of 13, shooting the 3 ball really well from outside. They're getting out rebounded, as we said, a lot of them on the offensive end. But ultimately, you'd be stoked at where you're at. Put it to bed, that's half. You've got another 20 minutes to try and produce the same thing. 11
turnovers to 5 are the numbers that will worry Dean Vickerman at the moment. Melbourne United averaged 13 turnovers a game. They've got 11 here, Corey, and some of them were wayward.
I mean, just sloppy, not focused, just throwing the ball all over the place. And I think this is showing you that Melbourne United just thought this was going to be an easy game, because that's exactly how they're playing. And Illawarra is just kicking their behinds, like Chris Goulden said at halftime. They are really showing them how to play this game. And I'm impressed with the first half Illawarra's put together.
Really enjoying the matchup between Joe Luala-Chul and Duop Reith, one of the marquee matchups in the Hungry Jacks at NBL at the moment. Who's on top, Pete?
Oh, I mean, look at that. Duop Reith, he's got the 9 points, and the rebounding count, that's going to be the nod of the way of Joe Luala-Chul. But ultimately, it's going to come down to these 2 guys are going to put up numbers, they're going to take a lot of shots. They are the focal points of the offense. We know Chris Golding's there, we know Tyler Harvey's there for the Hawks, but Joe Luala-Chul, Duop Reith, they are fun the way they play. They both can step out and hit the 3. They've got a nice little touch. This is how Joe Luala-Chul started the game, and I like seeing them both go at it. Duop Reith got a couple of blocks on Joe Luala-Chul after Luala-Chul started the game really well. But these are the kind of matchups that makes the NBL great. 2 guys just going at each other on both ends, and really, they're going to continue to put up these kind of numbers you'd expect in the second half. So it's the supporting cast, who's going to take the pressure off each of their players. So if you're JLA, who else is going to start really putting some points on the board so the defence lets him get it going a little bit more, and the same for Duop Reith down the other end.
High quality entertainment, Corey, those 2 bigs going at it.
Yeah, I'm loving that matchup. It's everything that I thought it would be, and I'm looking forward to the second half.
We spoke about Chris Golding, 200th game for Melbourne United in this one, and he has been a little bit off in terms of his form in the last couple of weeks, but generally speaking, when that happens, he's not too far away from a big game.
Well, that right there, that was his first bucket scored in the first quarter in his last 4 games, so he came out ultra aggressive, and you know that. When you're an elite scorer, and you have been your entire career, you know that maybe you haven't scored in the first few quarters. That was the nice save that he had. Another one of those offensive rebounds, but he's been looking for his shot. He's got 10 points, 4 of 9, just 1 of 4 from 3. So there's his SodaStream shot chart, and a couple of those were wide open. So they dodged a bullet there, the Hawks, and expect him to stay aggressive in the second half. Everyone else, they've knocked down 3 threes. Delhi's knocked down 2 of those. So they'll need him to put up some more points. Other guys come along for the ride, but they need to fix up some things, and that's mainly look after the ball.
And Corey, full credit to Jacob Jackamas as well, the assistant coach of the Hawks, stepping into the head coaching role in the absence of Brian Goorjian with COVID protocols, and well, he's ticked all the boxes so far.
He sure has, and he is over there preaching, and he's really passionate, and the guys are locked in and focused, so 1 half down. Let's see if they can do it in the second half.
Is Gorge on Zoom in the locker room, or you just think you're letting him go for this one? We'll talk to you after.
No, they're for sure. He's on FaceTime. For sure.
So a big second half coming up. There is the man, Jacob Jackamas, at the moment. He's got his team on top by 11. It's 46-35, and we've got a lot to look forward to here on the Hungry Jacks NBL. The second half coming your way in just a moment.
Amazing first half.
Thanks for sharing your Sunday afternoon with us here on the Hungry Jacks at NBL halftime, and it is the Illawarra Hawks on top by 11. Their assistant coach Jacob Jackamas is standing in for Brian Gorgian today, and just a few moments ago he caught up with Matty Garrick courtside.
Amazing first half, 46 points to 35. Your three balls dropping at the moment. We see Timmy coming out. He's shooting three triples already. He's shooting the three ball at 46%. Was that a focus coming into the game?
I think the defensive end of the floor was a focus, and whatever we get offensively, we're letting them go a bit. So we're letting them play with their swag a bit, as long as we guard the ball down there. Obviously, we're missing Gorge. You know what I mean? We're putting a bit of trust in the players offensively, and then I'm coaching the D.
And what were the key messages at halftime that you addressed to the team in order to maintain your lead and also build it in the second half?
Obviously, this is the #1 team in the competition. You know, just keep doing what we're doing, play with our swag, keep defending, keep rebounding, and then at the end of the day, hopefully we finish ahead. You know what I mean?
All right, wonderful. Good luck for the second half.
Thank you. Thanks.
Great words from Jacob Jackamas there.
Play with that swag. Said it twice. That must be, I reckon that's written on the whiteboard.
Well, Melbourne have the possession arrow. They're down 11 at the moment. 14 of the last 21 games in the NBL have been won by the road team. That was debunked a little earlier today when Adelaide held on at home against the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, 192. If you missed that one earlier, it's a promising start. Matthew Dellavedova knocking down the shot here in the third for Melbourne. They have got some work to do. Melbourne fans, though, won't be too concerned just at the moment. They've won 5 games this season, Melbourne, coming from double digits down. And whistle early on the play.
Foul. Golding there, picking up his second. Wouldn't have been a nice locker room at halftime. Dean Vickerman would have been really unhappy. We talked about what the Hawks could control. The same thing for Melbourne United. Yes, you've been forced into a couple turnovers, but the majority of those 11 have just been unforced errors as well.
Wow, man, he is in a groove. You know that float game
That's what he does.
No better.
That's what he does.
It's up to 11 points. Last game he was quiet. He only had 8 points.
Well, he's sporadic, isn't he, Corey? Because he's had 5 games of 20 plus, with 5 games in single digits.
Yeah, it's just this nice take by Jack White. But yeah, he has been inconsistent. But when he gets going,
he's going.
He's going.
That's what he does. Again, on the scouting report, we know he's had his struggles this year, but will shoot the pull-up 3 at any moment. And when he gets inside the 3-point line, you have to play him for the floater. The floater could come at any moment from whether one step inside the 3 to right next to the rim. He doesn't shoot layups. It's going to be a floater. So you've got to play for that. And it's hard to try and judge, but it just means you put more emphasis on the one-on-one defense to get your body in front of him and try and play through your chest.
He's one of the more difficult players in the competition to guard. You just got to hope that he's not going to have his night out against you almost.
So hard to guard.
Here's Dellavedova, the quick release 3. That won't work either.
Well, that's why he's got to keep playing this way. If the Hawks want to be the real deal towards the end of this season, it's going to be on the back of Tyler Harvey having these kind of moments.
Beautiful hesitation. Oh! He tried to finish him.
He just rolled
He
the wrist
tried
over.
to finish him.
Oh, Jack White said, I'm not so sure about it. Jack White saying he did not touch him. So in the end, if Jack White is right about this, he wants Dean Vickerman to challenge, which I think he's going to. It just means that Cleveland missed it.
Whoo, he tried to finish him. Listen, Cleveland out here balling, getting it done. I'm loving his intensity, especially at the defensive end.
And it looked like there's a bit of contact on the hand. Now, this is one of the ones when you challenge it, if there's contact on the hand, you're going to lose it. But it's one that, okay, if there's a lot of ball in it as well, then we're okay with letting that go in the moment.
Oh, man, he tried to.
Oh, White does get a little bit of the ball first. So it's going to be that top right angle to slow it down and see, does he just get all ball? He just flicked the wrist over. And
that's a foul.
I think he definitely gets the ball first, but you're right. So this is the one, okay, if they don't call that in the game play, and we just keep going down the other end, we're okay with that because he gets the ball and follows through on the hand and wrist a little bit.
Coach's challenge is unsuccessful. The foul on the floor is confirmed. The foul is on black 14.
That's what Mike Allen's saying.
Shots.
So
United will lose their challenge and be charged a timeout.
If that's not called in the flow of the game, we're okay with that because it looked like he got the ball first and followed through onto the wrist and hand. But because you're challenging it, then you get technical and you look at it, can we get a freeze frame of any moment you've touched his hand? There is. So you lose the challenge. And that's what Dean Vickerman's saying, even Jack White. We want to see those contests at the rim. And that's what you're there for. So if that's not called, we're okay with that as well. But you challenge it, you're going to lose it.
I think we really have to give a lot of credit to the great job that the referees do as well, because so many times they are making the right call. It's a tough game to try and call, particularly any number of different calls that you have to make. It's not easy.
What a contest, though. See how quickly he just turned the wrist over to try and throw it down.
Thomas Cleveland. Subbed out, he has 3 fouls. You're going to need him in that fourth quarter. It's a good sub.
So we've got a game-high 14-point lead now for the Illawarra Hawks. 2 minutes played in the third. Top of the ladder, Melbourne. There's some problems at the moment, as you can see, just not in sync. From Delavadova caught Luala Chul. Good hustle. A great hustle there from Agata.
Oh, my.
And Chris Golding's going to finish it with a flurry.
I mean, that sums up Chris Golding. Well done, Caleb Agata, getting the extra possession. Nothing was set. Nobody even come back over the halfway line.
Here it comes.
Another look at this. Caleb Agata snuck underneath Dwight Breath, calls the extra possession, and gives it to Chris Golding, who just steps around him and says, okay, I've done this plenty of times.
Have to love that mindset.
Man.
Busted play, guy on the floor. I'll get around behind him and just peel off a triple.
It's the ability
That's what he does.
To make those tough shots.
Free throw count heavily weighted in favour of the Hawks here. They're 11 of 15, Melbourne 2 of 6. And they are getting it done right now. Hawks by 13. They've led for the vast majority of the game. Melbourne scored the first 4. But they've had a 9-point lead or bigger in each of the first 3 quarters here, the Hawks.
Good take there from Delhi. Drop off to Joe Luala Chul into double figures.
Illawarra have done a really good job against this defense, taking care of the ball. 5 turnovers in the whole game.
Best in the business and shooting the ball at 49% from the field and 50 from deep. They have been efficient. Here's Reith on Jack White. Fires over the top. Can't connect. Delavadova looking ahead. Nothing on offer initially. Decides to go solo. Flat 3. Can get it over the front of the rim. And Harvey just couldn't control it. It's out of court. Melbourne to restart.
It's 2 of 6. Delhi from 3.
So is Golding 2 of 6. And they're 4 of 15 overall. Looks inside Delavadova. Picked off here by Tyler Harvey, who's going to fire the 3-ball and was fouled in the process by Delavadova.
Oh, man. It's just a bad pass, bad foul. Good defense.
Oh, good read. Well read.
Harvey.
Just took his elbow out. See him talking to the referee after. I think it was just out of frustration.
Harvey is rolling. 16 points, 6 of 9. Shooting. 2 of 3 from the 3.
Delhi picks up his 3rd foul. He'll take a seat.
They took 4 free throws in the opening quarter, the Hawks. They took 8 in the second. And now they've taken already another 6 here in the third. Made it look easy as well. So, trying to look composed there, Dean Vickerman, but I don't think he is on the inside. They're down 14. Let's go courtside, Matty Gary.
Well, as you heard, I spoke to Jacob Jackamus at halftime, and he said to play with, they just need to keep playing with swag. And if there's a guy out there doing that right now, that is Tyler Harvey. He is shooting the 3-ball. He's getting steals. He's getting to the foul line. He's just lighting it up at the moment.
He sure is, Matty. That's great defense right here. That's a charge.
That's 4 fouls on Jack White. Moving his feet, Tim Conrad in.
Tim Conrad out here making plays happen.
And those are the ones you talk about how important the coach's challenge is. You used it because you trusted your player on that last one, and as we highlighted how it all works, but it's a good pass from Ratan Mays. But on that one from Tim Conrad, if they challenge that and they try and slow it down, he's still moving, that's going to be an M1 opportunity. Probably still would have potentially won that one. That's how you got to think about how to use the challenge in the right way. That's a good bounce back here from Melbourne United the last 2 possessions.
Nice pass. Big fella getting rewarded, running the floor. JLA up to 12 points in this one, 7 rebounds.
They've only scored 11 points since halftime, Melbourne. And Illawarra Chul with 4 of those. But it's almost at the stage now, short with a free throw, though. Garter gets after it, keeps it alive. Works on Jessup. Tough shot. That's a quality finish.
Sure is. Great hustle. He's out hustling Illawarra.
He's got 9 rebounds, 5 of them on the offensive end.
We spoke about the fact that he had 13 and 15 boards when these teams played back in round 7. Finding it hard to contain a Garter on the glass. Harvey, nice move. Split a couple of defenders, opens up Tim Conrad for the finishing touches.
Yeah, Tim Conrad is doing it all right now. The tip in? I didn't know he still had that.
Taking charges.
11 points, 4 rebounds for Conrad. Illy off the mark. And it's Harvey isolated against Golding. Shake him one way, now down to the baseline. Jessup gets a wide open look. Couldn't finish it.
Good movement. Justinian Jessup. Tyler Harvey didn't settle, didn't try and force anything. Drove baseline. Corner to corner is always there when you get a baseline drive. Now here comes Hook Porty. Can he spark something? He's done that the last couple of rounds. Brought that energy off the bench and made some big plays. He gets the crowd involved, gets the team rolling. Can he be a spark here for Melbourne United?
Last 2 games, he's averaged 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks in his 17 minutes. And they need to spark right now. Garter, nice move. Stepped inside on Harvey, but couldn't complete it. Ratan Mays finding Harvey, danger man. Illy rushes by. Couldn't get the 3, though. Now a Garter.
It's his 10th rebound, Caleb Agata. That's going to be a
pass. Caleb Agata bringing that energy.
It's been good, been really good. 4 assists as well to go with 4 points. Agata.
So Melbourne leading the quarter at the moment. Still a double-figure margin overall in the Hawks. It was from Ratan Mays, who gets it to Sam Frolling, who's off to the stripe to try and open his scoring account.
That little drop-off. Porty will put a lid on it. Don't worry about that. Then the ring, Ratan Mays. That is a perfectly timed pass. Just like we saw there. Ratan Mays just waited for the last second to realise that, okay, I'm going to throw it over to Frolling, where Hook Porty can't get back into play. And somebody wants to get there. You're going to have to hack Frolling and send him to the free throw line.
He's been great from the free throw line this season, just 63%, Sam Frolling. And when these teams last played, he finished the game with 5 points, 15 boards, but he was 1 of 9 from the field. And again, his offense tonight has been stagnant.
He's 0 of 1 from the field. Misses both free throws there. Hasn't got a rebound. He's got 3 turnovers. Has got 2 blocks, but I mean, it's one of those nights.
3 burgers were already given away in the opening quarter by Antonius Cleveland. Although Victorians are going to enjoy that. I think Woolley on the way home might stop by Hungry Jack's and grab a free burger. Margin at 10. Golding. Look at Hook Porty there.
Another offensive rebound after offensive rebound. As soon as Shaley got that first one, if you're the Illawarra Hawks, you've got to find Chris Golding, because he's going to tee off from wherever he gets it. And then Hook Porty creating another opportunity. The Hawks could be up 15 to 20 if they can just look after the offensive glass. 16 O boards for Melbourne United.
16-5 in that category. Golding catch and shoot off the inbound play. It's short.
Interesting 4 minutes for Illawarra Hawks. Tony's Cleveland has 3 fouls. Let's keep an eye on that.
Shuffle pass there from Mays, deflected out of court. You're rolling the dice a little here, Corey, with 3 fouls on Cleveland. 11 points, 5 boards for him.
And you have a 10-point lead. I'd sit him down.
We also want to keep the momentum. So if you can trust him to be out there and do the right thing, but with you, one more would be devastating for the way they're playing.
Sweet spin to the baseline. He's off to the free throw line.
He's looking the goods.
The hands fell on a shooter. Of course we are. 2. You don't get that.
Nice spin move. Great take to the middle. Spin. Gets fouled. Now he's going for 2.
2.
I mentioned earlier he gets to the strike more than any other player for Illawarra, Cleveland. And this is going to be his 10th free throw coming up.
He's doing a great job attacking the basket.
Always aggressive, which I like about him. Whether it's at the defensive end or the offensive end. And don't blink because he'll be gone. So the margin stretches to 12. It's been as big as 14. It was 11 when we started this third quarter. 3.5 minutes on the clock until three-quarter time. Really just a little casual there under pressure. They've coughed it up again. 14 turnovers.
14 turnovers.
Zelly has 4. Jack White 3. And then Illy, Golding, and Agata all with 2.
Illawarra doing a really good job. Not only taking care of the ball, but playing with poise. They look just so comfortable out there.
This time they turn it over, but they've only 6 turnovers, and 3 of those are from Sam Froling, so it's obviously a different type of turnover. But they have looked the goods, and you think this veteran lineup in the absence of the head coach, everyone wants to take a little bit more responsibility and do the best they can in his absence. A really nice finish for him. First score since the opening quarter for Shea Illy. Look inside, here's Sam Froling. Good finish too.
Oh, tough finish.
I think Vickerman shouting, be active. You just haven't seen that from Melbourne United on the defensive end, getting up and in, forcing players to be uncomfortable, the guards especially. They can just get into their offense, and they're making good reads.
I'm going to be honest with you. They are up and in them, but they're just able to handle the pressure. You know what I mean? Rather Mays is not going to get rattled out there. Tyler Harvey, when he's cooking like that, he's not going to get rattled. Justinian Jessup, they're all on the front foot.
Little over 2 minutes out from three-quarter time. Newley looking to make something happen on the baseline. Threaded the needle to Peatley. He couldn't finish it under pressure.
Oh, great. Outstanding.
Great defense.
Secondary effort.
Melbourne restricted at just 52 points at the moment.
Like, for example, Shea Illy is playing tough defense, but Xavier Rather Mays is unfazed. As he takes him in the post and hits a nice turnaround Jade.
Down the other end, it's going to send Shea Illy to the line in the bonus. Didn't have to do it, but here's what he's talking about. Just a fadeaway. And he does. Instant offense off the bench, and you compound that with a foul that didn't need to be done. Up to a 14-point lead. Just got to be solid to finish out this quarter.
Rather Mays, 4 points, but he has 4 assists. Isaac White comes in the game. Real good minutes.
He's been great off the bench, hasn't he? All season. Rather Mays, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists are his averages. And as you say, Corey, never flustered. Comes on, controls the tempo. And they'll bring him in at important times as well. If Tyler Harvey's having one of those games where things aren't happening, well, he can step up to the plate.
It's a luxury to have a talent
it is a
like
luxury
that coming off the bench.
He'll be in the starting lineup of a few other teams in the competition.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think He's starting to play a little better. As Tyler Harvey turns it back on, it takes a bit more pressure off him. He doesn't have to try and score the ball every single time. He can be more of a playmaker, which we've seen with his assists tonight.
Shot clock to single numbers. Guapri takes on Illawarra baseline. Couldn't finish it. Sam Froling timed his jump a little better and came up with the O board. The pass, though, was telegraphed and Agata stole it. Agata proving to be an X factor here. Skip play for Illy for the elbow. Illawarra against Reed down low. Nothing on offer at the moment. Now they do get it there. Shot clock to 6. JLA in traffic. Well, that's ambitious. Couldn't get it. Hook Porty tried to tip it in. Whistle on the play.
It's not over the back foul from Hook Porty, it seems. Over his back. Bonus 2 shots here for the Hawks. They're going with the Twin Towers, Melbourne United, but that's 4 fouls on Hook Porty. And Cleveland's going to shoot a couple of free throws here.
Let's go, Cleveland. Cleveland, let's go.
Cleveland 7 of 10.
We played 7. Who was the foul called on? Huck Porty was the foul.
Tony's Cleveland just stuffing his stats. 13 points, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks.
That's because he's made every call this quarter. Every call.
So the Hawks continue to hold Melbourne at arm's length here. 13 the margin and a little over a minute out from three-quarter time. Melbourne average 89 points a game, second in the competition. And they've got in the 50s here. Three-quarter time approaching. JLA took them on and he was rejected.
Great rim protection by Illawarra in general this whole game.
As Cleveland stripped of it. Great hands again from Agata. They'll get it back. Good block. Challenged by Hook Porty. He's out of the game with 5 fouls.
Whoa, and that's the one where Hook Porty's not happy. Wow, what an effort. What an effort from both teams. Started with Froling. Hook Porty's not happy because he's done for the game. Let's have another look at this. Turn it over and...
Oh, that's a great block.
Yeah, she might get him after, but these are the ones we're talking about. You're okay with that. You get ball first. Get a body after, but what an effort, what a block. And those are the ones, okay, if he tries to challenge that too, you're going to lose it because of the contact after. But this is the one the NBL said over the years. We want to see these contests. So if there's a lot of ball first in the air with athletes, it's a bit of body after that, then we're okay with it. It has the block down the other end as well from Froling.
Hook Porty fouls out for the 4th time this season. He's fouled out in 13 minutes, 12 minutes, 23, and in this one, just under 10. Shaley with it now, the margin 14 once more. And free throws to come here for United.
Pass. Illawarra doing a good job on defense, man. They're making everything difficult for Melbourne United. Melbourne United haven't gotten it. I couldn't tell if in this quarter if they've gotten easy looks like they used to getting. Hook Porty thrown out.
Mike Smith might just be watching our replay of it. Just saying, okay, not too bad. Yeah, tough night, 4 points, has fouled out. And yeah, a couple of those are tough. But Illawarra Hawks have been outstanding in this 3rd quarter, coming out of half-time.
They've been outstanding all game.
True that.
I've taken 15 free throws this quarter, the Hawks. And as you can see at the moment, margin's 12. Good pressure here from United. They've got Isaac White in a bind. Tried to keep it alive. Agata wanted Barlow, who was preparing to rebound. At the other end, they'll get a Guapri dunk.
Well, Caleb Agata. He's got to go up and finish that. They caused the turnover. And then he tried to drop it off to Dave Barlow, who wasn't ready for it.
It's the last play of the 3rd quarter. With the Hawks on top by 14. Can Melbourne just generate a little momentum here? Illy for JLA and the flush.
some more time on the clock here. So the whistle went before the buzzer with a delay game warning from Shea Illy, stepping over the baseline.
Nice pass by Shea Illy, turning the corner. Right as a big guy up. Where's the delay of game?
So right here, Shea Illy nearly got enough to slap Isaac White in the face as his hands are across the line. So that the whistle was blown and then the buzzer went. So 0.6 on the clock, won't matter too much.
The Hawks won't bother with a shot because they hold a double-figure lead as we turn for home. 70-58. It's the Hawks by 12. Teams in front by 10 plus at three-quarter time this season, up 41-0. Can they hold on? Law of Averages says they will. Stick around here. Melbourne United not done with just yet. It's three-quarter time and Sunday hoops. Tyler Harvey has been cooking for the Illawarra Hawks. 19 points for him and a 12-point buffer for Illawarra against the top team Melbourne. 15-5 on top of the ladder. Hawks looking for their 14th win of the season to open up a two-game gap between the top four and those chasing. A lot on the line here in the final quarter, Pete.
What a big 10 minutes for the Hawks. They've been outstanding for 75% of this game. Can they close it out on Melbourne United's home floor? That's a good start to the fourth from Rattan Mays. And there's no doubt, it would have been said at the start of the game, the Phoenix have lost. We have an opportunity here to create that little buffer in the fourth. If they can hang on here. There's Rattan Mays, just another one. He did that after he hit that bucket in the post. Coming down the other end. Just a silly foul. They've been mightily impressive.
They have. They led by as many as 9 in the opening quarter. Since then, it's been out to 11 at halftime, 14 in the third, and we're here at 14. Melbourne got it back to within 2 middle stages of the second, but largely they have been playing catch-up and not doing a great job of it. Mala Chul just out-hustled there.
They've been really good as of late, the Hawks. I mean, besides the 2 games, they turn it over here. Oh, and they turn it over here because they just lost 2 games to Tassie over there. Their winning stretch. But to beat Melbourne United on their home floor will be huge just for their confidence going forward as well. But they've got to finish off their hard work here.
Rattan Mays feeding to what breathes for the 3 ball, and he drills the triple. 15-point lead, game high. Let's get courtside to Matty Garry.
Now, Melbourne United obviously down Hook Porty. You could see that he wasn't happy with that call, very frustrated, very animated, and he came off the court. But when he came back here, you could just see that Chris Goulding came and traded spots with a player on the bench just to have a word to him. And that is just the experience, the 200th gamer passing on some words of encouragement. He can still have a massive role on the bench.
Conrad hands over. Tan May, shot clock at 6. And draws a foul on Agata. It's going to be his third personal.
And again, he's never fussed. The play before that, he comes off the high screen. Easy look for the big fella. He knocks that down. Brad Newley answers back with a 3. But Xavier at the Maze is just never... Oh, good hands by Shea Illy.
I don't have any more information on that, all right?
Calvagata's come out there, and Dean Vickerman, you could just hear a little bit in the coach's mic saying you haven't got your scouts right on him. And Calvagata's been terrific. He's got 10 rebounds, 5 on the offensive end, but Dean Vickerman just trying to hold everybody accountable right now. They have to in this crucial fourth quarter.
Newley shares it with Barlow. Now Shea Illy. Nice pass, Newley. Good defensive hustle again from the Hawks. Never gave up on the play there, Jessup. And with the assistance of Jort Breath, they were able to win it back. Took over 2 minutes played in the final quarter. And Melbourne have got a lot of work to do. They're 7-3 at home this season. Here's Reed. Tough shot baseline. Couldn't finish it under pressure from Luala Chul, who grabs the rebound. His 8th to go with his 16 points. Barlow at the other end. Let's fly without success. Tan Mace against Illy. Two of the best backups, point guards in the competition. And Barlow just couldn't handle the pass. Turnover number 18 now for Melbourne.
Story of their night. All day, Melbourne United. Turnovers galore, those unforced errors. 18 of them.
I'm going to tell you what I've been impressed with so far in this game. Jacob Jacobins.
Yes, full credit. That's not bad from Sam Froling either.
Spot on, because Sam Froling, Jack White will contest everything. He has 4 fouls. Sam Froling just put a lid on it.
Would not be denied. Here's Goulding working on Conrad and others. Newley. Back to Goulding. Tough shot.
That's great defense. See how Tim Conrad just closed the gap and really got right in to Chris Goulding and said, you're not shooting it unless it's going to be heavily contested. We're going to have another look at this. My, oh my. Froling. White came across. Not in time.
Got away with one too.
Absolutely.
Timeout called. It's Illawarra on top by 14, 77-63.
Feeling good right now, the Illawarra Hawks. And again, you look at what the one thing they can really take out and learn from is the offensive rebounds. Giving up 17, just too many. What could have been and what could potentially be. Still in a commanding spot. Up 14, 6.5 minutes to go. You know, Melbourne United might be able to catch fire at some point, but just got to play solid. Don't know why. Team effort. Jort Breath's been good. Tim Conrad's been good. Sam Froling still had an impact, even though he's been quiet scoring the ball. Jessup's hit a couple shots. Retan Mays, Tyler Harvey's been good, and Antonius Cleveland. This Hawks team looks dangerous.
There's a Legends box for Melbourne United. Some very familiar faces there. Parky in the front. There's Anstey in the back. And they are smiling at the moment, but they won't be enjoying the scoreboard, I would not have thought.
No, it's been really dominant effort so far from the Hawks. 6.5 minutes left to that will be a big win for them and momentum for the season. And Dean Vickerman just saying earlier about how they're getting punished for every mistake. He's spot on. Sam Froling gets an easy 2 down the lane. Going for steals, not getting it, and then being outnumbered, going in transition. 18 of those mistakes, in fact.
Biggest lead of the game so far at 16. Good hustle from both teams there. White puts it on the deck. He's fouled by Conrad. Doesn't like the calls. He picks up his 3rd personal.
I don't know the last time I've seen JLA, good hustle, keeping the ball alive. I don't know the last time I've seen a head coach out and an assistant come in and have an impact on the team like this. Got to give credit where credit's due. Coach Jacquemus has done a fantastic job.
Good point that you make. I'm right in saying that the other 3 coaches who've stepped in this season all lost.
Well, and again, if you're a playing group, you know that's happening. You don't want to leave your assistant coach out to dry. His first game, all the pressure, all the spotlights on him. You don't want to put up a bad performance. So they're coming in here energized, trying to do it for each other. And Froling now he's getting going. And you hear Dean Vickerman saying hustle. He's saying that should be a switch. Why are we not doing what the plan is need to be there? They're down 18.
Rathan Mays has come in and set the table for everybody. He's on 7 assists tonight with 1 turnover.
He's been great.
He's picking them apart.
But again, we haven't seen this all season where Tyler Harvey's got 19 points. He's been efficient. He can make plays for other people because Tyler Harvey's been scoring the ball.
They've been largely ineffective at the offensive end, Melbourne. The lowest score of the season is 74, which they had against the Kings in their first game. And here they are with 65, and we move inside the last 5 minutes.
Oh, we might be 4.5. So you don't think Gorge should bother coming back? That's what it sounded like.
It's Harvey, 5 on the shot clock. Puts a foot on the accelerator, couldn't finish it. Cleveland will.
It's Cleveland with the little. Again, just...
You see that look in his eye? You see that look in Cleveland's eye?
He's been the one that's changed their season. Make no mistake about it. The energy plays on the glass. He got 7 rebounds.
See that passion?
Are you back on the Hawks?
That's what they were missing.
Are you back on the Hawks?
This is the team that I was backing to win the whole thing. Good to see them back. Good to see Illawarra back.
I'll tell you what would be nice is if this is the way the season ends up. Isn't a playing game for 4th spot between the Hawks and the Jack Jumpers with the emotion we saw last time.
I mean, whew. The magnitude of this game for Illawarra, without Gorgon, with the Phoenix losing, coming in on the road, playing against the #1 team, and to put a performance like this,
exceptional.
Exceptional.
You know, besides the Hawkheads, who really loves this game? Sydney Kings. All of a sudden, top spot, and it becomes wide open.
Let me explain something to you.
Going to play Hawks and Sydney a couple of times between now and the finals as well.
MVP of this league will not be my man JLA that I've been saying. It's another J. Jalen Adams. They got the easiest run home. 9-game win streak. Went to Perth, gave him the business. That team is going to finish on top.
There's a lot to look forward to in the Hungry Jacks NBL right now. They are putting on a show as Cleveland posts it down.
Oh my goodness. This is the Illawarra Hawks team I wanted to see, Gaze.
This man is flat out disgusting. Just
my bad, not Gaze. I got excited. I thought I saw Gaze.
Oh, he's getting ready for that. Have a look at this. Just goes up another level.
Listen, Cleveland ain't no joke, man.
Let me also point out, when I'm listening to you every time you speak. You don't have to tell me. I'm listening. I'm with you. When they're playing like this,
I'm telling you every time. Just because you said not to.
Well, you told me at 3/4 time Gorge shouldn't come back. So Coach Jackman should just continue to run it out.
Well, Gorge might be saying, well, I was there last game when we won by 26 against the Jack Jumpers. Now they are rolling at the moment. Won 7 of their last 9 games. This is going to be 8 out of 10 as Jack White helps himself to a couple. Point margin. No one was anticipating this was going to happen.
Goodness.
And Justinian Jessup stepping into a 3. They've hit 9 threes at 47%, the Hawks.
This is what good teams do, though. You've got Melbourne United who are turning the ball over, playing flat. Can you take advantage of it? They've done that every single time. Missed shot or whatever, they have taken advantage of the moment. Hawks have turned a corner.
90 points they put up against United on the road. Impressive.
Beyond impressive. This is really good. What a performance. What a team performance. Every single player has had an impact. Well done. They've executed the scout. Harvey, 19 points. Been quiet in the second half. Hasn't had to do a whole lot because everybody else is getting rolling.
I mean, this is how we have grown to see this man play. To watch him play like this. This is what we need to see. When he plays like that, this team is a championship contending team.
Well, it was the start of the season. For off-season, pre-season, even you said it, they were the favourites, but it was for when they play like this, and we haven't seen enough of it.
We haven't.
So them trying to turn it on now and show what they're capable of, if they can tap into this consistently enough, they can cause problems. But the whole issue has been, can they do it consistently? And in the last couple of months, they've shown, okay, we've turned a corner here. And a lot of it was when they started to go on the road. And we said how that can be a blessing in disguise. You know, you got a bit of games away from home, but what it means is you spend a lot of time on the hotel, you're surrounded by the team. So that culture is improved. You're spending a lot of time, and you can't hide from all the issues they had. They have to face all those issues and work through them, and they've done that. And that man changed it all.
That man right there.
Cleveland,
Stat filler. 2 blocks, 3 steals, 2 assists, 7 rebounds, 20 points.
Throw another block on the list there for Duop Breath as well as he shuts down Jack White. They have really crushed the offensive.
That man right there. 4 blocks, 3 steals, 5 rebounds, 15 points, a couple of assists.
Inside the last 3 minutes. Held it over back onto the floor. High off the glass, can't convert. Garter gets after the loose ball, and he knocks down the 3.
Coach Jacobus in the background just sees the one thing they've been poor at tonight is controlling the glass. They've given up 20 offensive rebounds. That's it. Besides that, they've been brilliant.
It's been spectacular. Harvey's been a big part of it. He's bit off a little more than he could chew there. Dellavedova for a Garter, right ahead of him. Looks inside. Peatling just bobbled the pass again, and they'll turn it over for the 19th time in the game. Some self-inflicted wounds, but take nothing away from the Illawarra Hawks, because they have been dominant. Inside the last 2 minutes from John Cain Arena. A reminder, New Zealand team still to come, but it is all happening for the Illawarra Hawks, who are looking very much part of the playoff picture at the moment.
Tom Mace into the front row. Oh, that fella wasn't even watching. We've seen him already give his shoes away once this season. He had his orthotics in him, so he can't be doing that again. And Team Bigman's emptied the bench here for the last 2 minutes.
Shirt around. Triplet gets a look, and he knocks down the 3.
What they've done, not only have they taken advantage of all the mistakes that Melbourne United's made, they've made Melbourne United look the exact opposite of what they've been good at all year. Just the simple things on the defensive end, the breakdowns, we just haven't seen that, and that's all the credit to the Hawks and what they were trying to do.
So the Hawks running into some ominous form here. The Jack Jumpers by 26 in their previous game, and prior to that got 100 against the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix and won that game. Got 100 against New Zealand. Adelaide by 16, but Cairns by 25. The form line is a strong one. Brewster for Melbourne. Taking on White, can't convert. Well done, Conrad. He's been busy. Had a good afternoon, Tim Conrad. 11 points, 7 boards. Knocked down some important threes. So inside the last 60 seconds, Peatling shares it with Agata. Worked hard right throughout the game, Agata. And now he's got a double-double. 12 points, 13 boards, 5 assists. Nice stat line from Caleb Agata. 13 points, 15 boards when these teams played back in round 7. It was 88-84 Melbourne on that occasion in Illawarra. The Hawks have turned the tables in emphatic fashion. Margin has been sliced to 16. It was as big as 23. Shot clock in single digits here. Chance for Emmett Nairn shares it outside. Harry Froling off the front of the rim. Team that averages 89 points a game, Melbourne, restricted to 76, and did some points here in junk time just to wallpaper over the cracks a little, but been a dominant display from the Illawarra Hawks. Are going to chalk up their 14th win of the season, and half those victories have been by double figures.
Well, dominant is an understatement. From the jump as well. Their energy.
They came in here
execution.
And destroyed Melbourne United.
Did they what?
Destroyed them.
He might. Jack might be careful. He might get a little Gatorade shower in the locker room. Like, throw something on him. Everyone will be stoked for him. I'll tell you who will be really happy for him will be Brian Goorjian. To see that, to come in. The game plan would have been set up from Brian Goorjian as well, but to give that to the assistant coach and say, execute this on the road. What an unbelievable performance from the Illawarra Hawks. And there's the respect from Dean Vickerman showing. One very happy man. So all of them.
Emphatic it was from the Illawarra Hawks. They prevailed here by 15 points, 92-77 to hand Melbourne their biggest loss at home this season. And really, the scoreboard flattered Melbourne in the end. The margin was as big as 23 with 3 minutes to play, and then we ended up with a little bit of junk time, but they won 3 of the 4 quarters, Illawarra, and they had that under control a long way from home. They won all 4 quarters.
Race for the top 4 is on, and the race for top spot is on.
Well, let's get courtside for some reaction with Matty Garrick.
Antonius, amazing game by you. 20 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals. It just felt like you guys had control.